Hi Splitcoaststampers, I'm Christine Okken and I'm going to bring you a tutorial today on how to do a triple step pop-up card. I call this card a little bit like a mullet. It's all business in the front and then party on the inside. As you can see, there's triple steps there that we're going to make for this pop-up card, and I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. I'm going to be showing you how to do this card with TCP or the cat's pajamas goodies, but you can substitute with anything you like. So I hope that this will be fun for you to see how this is done. First thing you want to do is grab a sheet of cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 11 and I've scored it in the center. And then I've taken this TCP basic pop-up die, and you can see that it has cut lines and also embossing lines, and then it also has little V's or M's, and that tells you if it's a mountain fold or a valley fold. So first thing we'll do is line the die up, and you can see it has little notches right in the center here. You're going to line those notches exactly on the scored center of your card. Then you're going to tack it down with a piece of low tack tape, just so it stays in position. And then you're going to run it through your die cutting machine. And as you can see, it will show the cuts. And then if you look really carefully, I don't know if it will show on the video, but it'll show you where the V for the valley goes, or also the M for the mountain goes. Alright, next I'm going to show you how to make the cuts and scores on this card if you don't have that die and you're using a channel cutter. And that's just one of those cutters that has the channel in the middle where you can see exactly where you're scoring and cutting. I don't have one, so I can't show it to you, but I can show you how the measurements will work. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make these larger vertical cuts. And these will be at approximately 1 1/4 and 3 3/16 inches. This will go right across the center fold line, so half of the cut will go above the score line and half of it will go below. Then you're going to score horizontally at the top and the bottom of those two cuts. Those scores will be approximately 4 11/16 and 6 5/16 from the very top of the card. Those will become the valleys for the pop-up shelves. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make these smaller cuts and scores along the top. That makes your second pop-up. Okay, so these upper cuts will be at approximately 1 7/16 and 2 1/8, and you'll go right across the center of that top scoring line. Half of the cut will go above and half of the cut will go below. These cuts are only 1 inch long, okay? And then you will score at the top and the bottom of those two tiny cuts. And that's approximately, those scoring lines will be approximately 4 1/4 and 4 3/16 from the top of the card. Now the last thing you're going to do is you're going to make these cuts for the bottom shelf. So these cuts will be at about 2 1/4 and 2 15/16 across this lower score line that you had made from the largest cuts. Alright, these will also be 1 inch long, so 1/2 inch above that score line and 1/2 inch below. And these will form mountains and valleys as well. Now you'll score again on the top and the bottom of those small lines, and that will be approximately 5 1/4 by 6 5/16 from the top of the card. That will be those score lines. Now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to make the mountains and valleys fold into your triple pop-up. First thing you're going to do is take your finger from the back of the card and just pop forward that largest center area. It'll take a little bit of finagling, and then you're going to score that with your fingers, so the back of your card will go backward and the center of your card will go forward. So what you'll do then, you'll make those score lines go down, press firmly. Alright, then you're going to pop forward the top shelf. same thing. Push down nicely, get your folds nice and crisp, and then the next thing you'll do is pop forward the bottom shelf. Push it nicely, and now you have a triple step pop-up, 1, 2, and 3. So it looks really cute. So now what we're going to do is make it pretty. So what I have here are some images I pre-colored. So this is the cute little bunny from TCP's II Captain. And what I did, and what you want to do on all your steps, is you want to add some really good adhesive to the back. So I did some score tape because it gives you nice, firm adhering. And so what I want to do is I want to place him on the center, the largest step. Okay, so I'll just glue him down there. If I want to make sure he's nice and tight, I'll fold it down. There he is, rowing in his little rowboat. All right, the next thing I want to do, so I have my center step already done. The next thing that I did was I added another image. So you could use any images you want. I wanted to add a sentiment to the top of this little step, and so I used the cat's pajamas fancy flip frames and cut out this shape and then stamped my sentiment inside. I did cut a tiny little flat part along the bottom of this die so that it will sit nice on your shelf. So again, score tape on the back. You want to put that so you'll be able to see it behind our little bunny. So close it down so it's nice and tight. And there he says, "Aye, aye, Captain." All right, next step, we'll want to put something along the bottom shelf. Now, I thought that would look really cute with waves because it's a little guy in a cute little rowboat. But I don't have a waves die. So what I thought I'd do is show you something fun that you can substitute. Now, I took a look at this mustache die from the cat's pajamas, and I thought, you know, that actually half of it looks like it could be a wave. And so I, with a teal cardstock, trimmed out the mustache like this. But then what I do is I take my scissors, a nice sharp paper snip scissors, and I do a little curved cut to form a half of a wave. So I'll put this one aside, don't need that. And then I cut a whole bunch of them here, and I'll show you. I think I cut 8 of them. And as you can see, I've started to form a little wave. So I'm going to do all these ones together. Again, score tape on the back so it holds nice and firm. And then you just do layers of waves. So I put some of them in the front, some of them in the back, because you want it to be like different levels. See, score tape sticks really well, even to my table. Oops, I want that to go maybe up there. Put this one down here. Get a few more. And you're just trying to make it enough distance that you'll be able to cover the bottom step, but make him look like he's behind a bunch of waves. So I actually will tack this one a little bit more. Putting that behind. Put this one there. All right, then I'm going to take some more score tape. I'm going to estimate kind of where my wave's going to go. So right along there I'll add another little bit. And then that forms the bottom part of my wave. Now that's pretty adorable, I think, and a creative way to use your dies differently. But we still need that to look a little bit cuter. All right, so what we're going to do next is add some other elements to this card. And again, depending on what you're using for your card, you can be creative. I just wanted to add some clouds, so I used the cloud border die, and I wanted to make those individual clouds. So all I did was, after I trimmed it out, use my little scissor, cut out a smaller cloud, and then I want a nice big one, so I just curve it along the side. This first little one, I'll just add some adhesive to. I think I want it to be, say, there. This next one, I want it to pop up a little bit, so I'll take some pop-up tape, stick it on the back, and then layer it over the other cloud. Very cute. Now the front of the card, the bottom here, looks a little bit plain. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some strips. I made a couple strips of paper, nice straight. One's about 1 inch or 3/4 inch. And the next one's, I think, about 1/2 inch. No, probably less. But you get the idea. Nice and simple. It brings all the colors together. And there you have the very cute inside of your card. But when you close your card, you have this look. And that would be okay if that was okay with you, but I don't know, I want it to look a little bit more polished. So what I did was I took another piece of cardstock and trimmed it so I would have a border. I want it to butt up straight to the top. So this is probably about 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. I want it to border on 3 sides but butt up straight to the top. So all I did was stamp some of the cute buoys from the set and colored them with Copics. And I stamped the sentiment along the bottom, "You're a lifesaver." And I'm going to add that to the outside of my card. I think I'm going to use score tape just because then I know it's stuck and it'll stay there. So a little bit on the top. What I love about score tape is that you can tear it. So no more cutting on that and getting sticky scissors. Alright, put it the right direction, butt it right up to the top so it disguises your triple pop-ups. Adhere it down, and then just for some fun, I cut out a little banner because it's sort of a sailor theme with this bitty banners die. Again, you can use whatever you want. It's all your own creativity. Put it along the top. And there you have it. Your triple step pop-up card. Business in the front, party on the inside. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and hopefully it's helpful for you to create a triple pop-up card for yourself. Thanks for joining me today.